Most cultures throughout time have held that there is something that survives the body after death. 21st century science is seeking to prove it.
Science says that consciousness is limited to and generated by the brain. Very clear, very straightforward.
After 10 seconds without oxygen, the brain starts to die. After 5 minutes, it's completely gone. But what happens to consciousness in that precious 5 minutes? New research suggests that consciousness might actually leave the brain.
The near-death experience in cardiac arrest says something different. It says when the brain is not functioning, then consciousness can separate from the brain and is able to gain information which becomes accessible when you regain consciousness. And now that is an astonishing statement.
Yvonne Kaysen is a family doctor in Toronto. 30 years ago, she nearly died in a small plane crash in which someone was killed. It changed her life forever.
We flew into really bad weather, and the engine stopped working, so the plane started crashing. So we were plummeting down to the ground. There was terrible turbulence, and the air was shaking, and my immediate reaction was intense terror. I was terrified. I was frightened. The plane was crashing. I was going to die. And what happened was I had this feeling like my fear was being pushed out, and this calm and peace was descending upon me. And I entered sort of a paranormal, peaceful state.
The plane crashed into an icy lake in a wilderness area, hundreds of miles from the nearest town.
Then what happened is my near-death experience deepened. Suddenly, as I was swimming to shore and starting to freeze, I heard this whoosh noise, and it was like my consciousness got whisked out of my body, and I was no longer in my body that was swimming to shore.